Have you ever had a friend or a friend of a friend expect a lot out of you in a situation where you really shouldn't be doing this for free? Well, here's one that happened to me. I'm still kind of frustrated about it, to be honest. Anyway, this was a friend of one of my parents, well paid coach at a local high school. Very popular guy, honestly, because the teams had a good record. This guy definitely had a big ego. And, here I am. I'm just, around a 30-year-old and early 30s. And, I come over to help fix the computer once in a while or hang a TV, stuff like that. One day, around the start of football season, I get a request to see if I want to come and film the football games. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. It actually sounds fun, but I really didn't understand what they were asking me to do. I really didn't know at the time that they were expecting me to be at every game, work for free, and what I was told was, well, the guy we have now does it for free, and we'll feed you, because they stop at some fast food joint, and so that was your big pay. Now, keep in mind, this guy makes six figures. Okay, just think about that. I agreed to go check it out, so I went to one game nearby, and basically the way it works is, so imagine like a sort of a tripod or sort of a strong platform, and there's a there's a telescopic rod that goes up in the air like whatever 10 feet, 15 feet, and then you're sitting at the bottom with some controls, and you're moving the camera around, hitting record, hitting stop, zooming in and out, that kind of stuff. And so what they wanted me to do was to film every game so that they could go back and watch the games and learn from it, which I think has a lot of value for a sports team where you're trying to iterate and improve week after week. But they didn't value that position at all. So one of the other coach's sons was doing it for a while for free, and he couldn't stand up to his dad to say, no, I don't want to do this, and you're not paying me, so I'm not doing it anymore. Because the day when I was there, he was like, nah, I'm done with this. I really don't want to do it. And they were not offering any money to me at all. It was just, you should come do this for me, and you should be grateful for this fast food meal that you're going to get for free, even though every Friday night you're going to be tied up and you're not going to be able to do anything else. And I shouldn't have gone to the one, to be honest, but I did because I was kind of interested to see what it was. Well, afterwards, especially after talking to the guy I would have been replacing, I basically said, no thanks. I'm not working for free. If you want me to do it, it's going to cost you this much. And the coach was kind of like pissed off at me. He was frustrated at me that I wouldn't give him every Friday night because he asked. My guess is that's been his experience, is he says he wants something and he gets it, because that's how he acted towards me. So I was like, no, I'm not doing this. His response was, it was either $25 or $35 he was going to offer me. When they wanted me to do it for free, it was like, okay, no, that's just stupid. I'm not doing that for free. But when they offer you so little money for taking up the entire Friday night, that is the biggest slap in the face you could ever get from someone who makes over $100,000 a year, and he only valued that at $25. Yeah, no thanks, buddy. Well, I didn't hear from him for a long time after that. Even the next time I saw him, you could tell he was still upset with me that I didn't just give him that for free. I think it's ridiculous. I mean, listening to this right now, would you give away? He was offering for me to ride on the bus. Okay, so I'd be on the bus with whoever. I mean, I don't even know, coaches or whatever. Ride on the school bus from here to there. So you're probably leaving at like, I don't know, what, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock p.m. And then you get back at like, what, 10 or 11, or I don't even know, for $25. No thanks, buddy. Ugh. But yeah, he really haven't heard from him much in a while. Funny thing. I am totally fine with that. But yeah, sometimes people just overstep their bounds because they think that you're just free, and what you do is just doesn't matter. I mean, it matters enough that you will come do it for them, but they don't value enough to actually pay you for your time. And that's when you cut them off, no matter who it is. And I'll give you one more quick example. This has happened to me a couple of times in my life, and every time it happens, it gets easier to deal with. It's always frustrating. So, the last time it happened, I met with my local bike club, and they were interested in making a video. I had been wanting to make a video with this group for years, and they had never come around to it. And so I was like, okay, finally I'm going to get my opportunity. I already know what I want to do. And I get there, and it's in one of their meetings, so there's 8 people there, and they start saying things like, well, what if that price is what if we can't pay that this time? What if you do it cheaper or do it for free this time, and then the next time we'll pay the real price. And that's instantly when they don't value what you do. You're not there because they like what you do. You're there because they think they can get something cheap. And you know what happened? Nothing. Not a thing. No video was made. There was no conversation after that. It really rubbed me the wrong way. Like, I know you people. We're not curing cancer here. Like, this is a little bike club that is not that big and is never going to be big. And they were like acting like some big corporate negotiation was happening. It's like, dude, I gave you a price that was really too cheap, but good enough that I could live with, knowing that I'm probably going to be around you people. And, I mean, it's not a big deal. So, I'm willing to not do it for so much just because it's a project I want to do. And then when they beat you down on price past that, or even want you to do it for free, you know that's the signal. They don't care about you. Get up and walk away at that point. Yeah, it's really frustrating when people show you who they are like that. It's not a it's not going to be positive ever again with those people. It just can't be. You know, if you had a car washing business and you will come to my house and wash my car for me parked out in the driveway, and you do it for, let's just say, $75. I have no idea what that cost. And and you're somebody I've known and socialized with, and I say, you know, I really want you to do that for me, but this time I think I'm gonna pay you $20 to do it. And the next time we'll do 75, but this time I'm just gonna, we're just gonna do $20 this time. Nobody's gonna say okay to that. And that relationship is gonna be soured immediately. Two things. Number one, if anyone ever comes to you and says, I realize you said your price is this, but will you do it cheap this time? And then we'll pay the real price next time. Never, ever believe them, because that will never, ever happen. Ever. They just want to get a cheap deal. And then the next time, they're going to hire the guy that is charging the price that you should be charging. That's what's actually going to happen. Or nothing. Absolutely nothing will happen because they don't want to spend any money in the first place. Don't ever fall for that. But yeah, it's funny how people will act like they're your friend or act like everything's all good, but when it's time for them to show you how much they value you being in the room, they show you how they don't care at all sometimes.